This call is being recorded.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is Tammy Nichols, and you are on our Business Builder call this morning. It is February the 3rd, and I've got to tell you, February has already started with an amazing bang. There have already been incredible tastings this month, 2 days into it, and this morning I'm so excited because Kelly Bucks and Sandy Hancock are going to be sharing some tips that they learned at the regional event that they went to in South Carolina over the weekend. Now, before you hang up at the end of the call, I want to invite you to stay on because I want to share with you a little more information about what's happening today. So without further ado, Kelly Bucks and Sandy Hancock, I'm going to turn the call over to you. We cannot wait to hear from you. Everybody grab your pen and paper and be ready to take notes.
Thanks, Tammy. You know, we went to, this weekend was Fort Mill, South Carolina, and we had a really great, we just had I can't even explain how much we all learned. You know, I've been in this business for 4 years. I have not ever missed a meeting. That's every month. I've never missed convention, and if I can get anywhere to go learn more, I want to go. And, you know, you never stop learning. Tammy says this all the time, and you don't. And if you ever think, you know all there is to know, you're going to have a rude awakening one day when you wake up and you haven't attended a meeting or you haven't went to a convention. Because little nuggets that I took away from Marlene Kane this weekend, I was like, I just never thought about how I talked when I'm trying to recruit. That was one of the things that I really took away from it was, Marlene made comment. She said, the next day when you're talking to people, you don't want to just jump up and say, oh, I want you to join my team and you want to make extra income. She said, when you say that, it puts in people's mind that you're a multi-level marketing, or they automatically think pyramid scheme. And, we're not that. We are far from that. We are, we sell wine. We don't just recruit. We do a lot of other things too. So when she said that, it kind of resonated with me. Is I do have people always say, well, it's just multi-level marketing. You just want me to sign up because you're going to make money off of me. It's like, well, no, not really. And then you have to explain that all to them. And one of the things she said was, instead of talking to them about, you want to make extra income, she just said, after you saw everything that I did last night, I wanted to offer you the opportunity to become a wine consultant with me. She says, would you have for extra cash flow at the end of the month? And I really like that, instead of saying extra income, because that sometimes too, that people think, if I ask you, do you want to make extra income, in your mind, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to have another part-time, I've got to have a part-time job. Well, we don't want them to think this is a job. This is fun. This is an easy, fun way to have extra cash flow at the end of the month. And I really love that wording, how she said that. And that, because I don't feel like it's a turnoff. I felt like it was more of, people think more of cash flow and it's not a job. So that was one of my takeaways. Sandy and I are just going to kind of bounce off each other. I'm saying different things that we caught at our meeting.
Absolutely. And I'll just jump in, and I want to mirror kind of what Kelly said at the beginning. I wish I could attend every single regional event. When we started these, we had them randomly for a couple of years, and last year was a consistent regional program. And it is so invigorating for me. It is just such a kind of mid-year way to connect with consultants and peers regionally. And the enthusiasm and the excitement that you leave is every bit as equal. Well, maybe not every bit as equal to going to wine camp, but it's such a good boost. After the holidays, we're all sometimes kind of worn out, and this is just a wonderful way to start the new calendar year out. And everything, to hear from peers and to hear from top leaders and to share stories is really just so much fun to take away. One of the things that I used to do and forgot, and we had different segments. We talked about career plan. Shelley talked about going, getting our people that are interested in getting them to leadership, and just some little things in there that reminded me I hadn't been touching on those, and explaining to every single new recruit the first 3 levels of the comp plan is so important to them, because I remember when I joined 8 years ago, I had to give it to my Mary Kay representative because I couldn't figure it out. And they can't either. We can't assume that just because we know things now that our new recruits know them. So that was a really good takeaway for me. I agree with Marlene, with what Marlene taught. It was the whole new approach to, and I've always tried to explain the difference between MLM and direct sales, but the way she presented it to us was just so eye-opening. And again, a lot of the verbiage that Kelly just spoke about as well. One takeaway on bookings that Diane shared with us is at the very end was, and Sandy Irving's team did an amazing job of training us on that. One of the things I wrote down from Diane was, if they're laughing and learning, I'm earning. And keep that personal connection. Sometimes we rely too much on social media, and this is a people business. So Kelly, I'm going to let you talk about your couple of other takeaways.
The way I see the convention, I call them mini conventions. It's a small, very small price to pay to go. You just load up, some of your consultants and get in a car and drive 3 or 4 hours. I mean, that's what we did. We had a great time. And the newer consultants that went with me were just in awe of what they learned. They never thought about things a certain way because they listen to me all the time. And it's so good to always listen to somebody else on how maybe they recruit or how they book their tastings, because you're going to pick up that one nugget that's going to change your whole business, or it could just change your mindset on how you do your business, or it just makes you grow. I see myself growing every year. Tammy Nichols will tell you, I did not want to talk in front of anybody. I did not want to stand up and talk in front of another wine consultant. But I have learned to do that, and now it's like I enjoy it. I enjoy sharing my experience and what I've learned to get me where I am. And, I've said, you never stop learning from anybody. It could be a brand new wine consultant all the way up to your, our VPs. But that's a good thing about going to these events as well, is you get to meet new people in this business that are in a different state that don't get to come to your team meeting. And you start just connecting with them, and next thing you know, that's your accountability partner, not somebody that's actually in your hometown. And that has been a huge help to me, how we cheer each other on earning a trip, or, just going to the next level of hitting a bonus gate. We just cheer each other on. And that keeps people, to me, in the business longer. And they love it so much more when they have that camaraderie. But you got to go before you can actually meet all these new great people, and that I call family and sisters. And just, I could go on and on about that all day. But invest in not just in your business, but invest in yourself. If you've not signed up for one of these events, and I know we have Grapevine next weekend, Denver, March the 1st, Everett, Washington, March 21st, York, PA, March 21st, and then we have Des Moines, Iowa on April 4th. Go. Sign up for the closest one you can get to. It doesn't matter that you don't have maybe your whole team going. If you have to just drive there by yourself, just go, because you're going to learn so much, and they're just small and they're intimate. That's what I like about them too, is that you really get to get engaged and talking with, like we have to sit and just chat with Marlene at lunch and pick their brain about things that sometimes we don't have time for that at convention because it is a little crazy. But you learn so much at convention just as well. But these events are put on so that you have a little bit more of a one-on-one time with Shelley and Marlene and our SEDs that attend. So I highly encourage you to go. And I was, whatever other takeaway that I had, it was something Marlene also said that I really loved about the recruiting part. Was she said, we always get that feedback of, well, I've tried direct sales before and I've failed. And, Marlene says, well, it's not going to be for the lack of my trying and support that you fail. I will be here to train you every step of the way. You just have to be willing to learn and willing to be on training calls. And to me, that's a lot of times I don't tell people that that I really think they should be on. I don't talk about the training calls a lot. I don't want to overwhelm them, but I'm like, you really do want to expect them to be on there. That's how they learn, and that we all learn together. So I love that little takeaway. Like she's always said, you can't talk people into this business, but you do have to address their concerns, and that's what they want. Is they want you to address their concerns, not just talk them into the business.
That is so true, Kelly. And the recruiting aspect of it was probably one of my biggest takeaways. In general, and as an overview for all regional events, what I absolutely love about these is you get some great fundamental training on bookings and wine clubs. Kelly did another amazing job talking about wine clubs and about a better understanding of the new Host Perks program, which starts today, and how to upsell and just some verbiage and things like that. But then you also get that, and I mentioned it again, it's that camaraderie that you build and new people that you meet across other teams. I've never been in any other direct sales business before because I was never interested in it before Wine Shop. But I have to tell you, when I've heard how competitive it is and how people don't want to help each other out across teams, that is not the case in this company, and we are truly a family, and that it is just it's priceless to me. It's priceless to be able to sit down in the hotel lobby with your PJs and I don't know how many bottles of wine after training was ended, and just get to know other people on a much deeper level and find out, what makes them tick and find out why they're in this business. And it really, really helps reinforce my own commitment. And, I've said this at tastings before. I started out just to learn about wine. I am in this 150% for the people that I meet at my tastings and the consultants I meet around the country. And going to regional events, as Kelly mentioned, it's $39. You can't have a decent meal for $39 anywhere. And to put a price tag on this is just incomprehensible to me, because it's so worth the intrinsic value when you leave and come back to your home, whether it be in the middle of a city or on the side of a mountain, is invaluable.
Yeah, just get signed up. It's going to be worth every second you drive there, every penny you spend, which is going to not be a lot, to go and then come home and you apply all this to your business all the way up to convention, and then you're looking at, oh my gosh, I just earned medals because I changed my way of thinking. I just sold more wine because I used this verbiage instead of what I've been using. You really, really do learn from other people, because we all are different. We all sell a little differently. We may book tastings a little bit differently, even though we're still at a tasting, pouring wine and doing the same thing. We all just say things a little different, and then you realize that one word, that one sentence, that can just change somebody's mindset, and they just join business with you, or they book a tasting because of that. kind of really all I have, team. Just, there
Does
was a
anybody
lot
have
of
any
little just
questions?
takeaways.
Well, I love it, girls. Thank you so very much. And guys, I talked to Kelly yesterday, and I could hear from her enthusiasm, and she was talking about the what she and Sandy have learned together, and it was just contagious. And I wanted them to share with us this morning because that was the first of several opportunities. And so the next event is coming up this coming weekend in Grapevine, Texas. I will be at that event. And there is still availability to attend that event. So someone texted me a couple of days ago and thought they had missed the deadline. You have not missed the deadline. So if you want to go to that event, go in there and register. If for some reason it is not allowing you to, just text Pat Winters, which you're able to do through that website, and let her know that you want to attend. But there is still availability, so do not miss out on that. Now, another reason I wanted them to share with us today, this morning, is because Wine Shop at Home is offering us an incredible opportunity to not only boost our businesses right now, but also to earn the trip to Jamaica even quicker. And that is with double points for recruiting this month. And so, guys, tonight at 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time, we are offering a call. I will be leading that call, and it's just a call to share information about the business. So as we know, some of us are doing, the month of love. Some of us are doing 14 days of love. It doesn't matter what you're calling it. We're all sharing and spreading the love. So invite them to the call. I will repost the number on the Monday Night Live crew page and then on my team page, Wine Shop Rockstars. Then I'm going to ask you to post it on your team pages as well, and or to tag your leaders on the Monday Night Live crew page. But it's just a great opportunity for them just to dial in and ask questions and learn a little more about the business. So take advantage of our double points for this month. It's early in the month. We all know right now, the more we help people build their business, the more it helps us and our business. But our focus is helping them. And then our return in that is us getting even a bigger, fatter business and a bigger, fatter paycheck. So as long as we keep the heart of our focus on them, then honestly, we're the ones that are blessed with it. So keep that in mind as you're building your business. And then Kelly also mentioned, I just wanted to share this with you, mentioned going to the meetings, coming to these calls, going to convention, whatever the opportunity is, going with an open heart and an open mind, no matter how long you've done this. So I was talking to a gentleman the other day. He's been in the military for 32 years, and he was about to change location. He was going from the reserves in Kentucky to the reserves in Illinois. And he said a lot of the people at the one in Illinois were not crazy about the gentleman in Illinois. But he said, I went in with an open mind, and that just reverberated with me. I'm like, that's just like our business. He said, I went in with an open mind, and I talked to him, and I said, I'm here to learn from you. I'm a sponge. Whatever I can learn from you, I want to do that. And keep in mind, he's done this for 32 years, and he still went in and said this to him. I'm here with an open mind, and I want to learn from you. So I just love that. No matter what we're doing in life, if we come in with an open mind and open heart, we can all learn. And like Kelly just said, it could be a change of one word that can change our world. So let's just take advantage of these opportunities across the country. So I'll be in Dallas this coming weekend, and then I'll be in Denver, Colorado at the end of the month. There's plenty of room for all of us. So please hop in there and get registered for those opportunities. And then tonight at 6:30 p.m., I would love to see you guys and your guests on the month of love sharing opportunity.